Welcome to DokiDoki Literature Club. I've heard a lot of good things about this game in that I've heard about 3 sentences about this game. I don't know anything about this game. But it's free. It's a dating simulator. And what I did hear about it sounded very intriguing. And I'm not doing anything with my time. Because my life is completely falling apart. So we're gonna date cute little anime girls and see how that goes for us. Please enter your name. Let's see. Table. I'm Table, and I'm going to date a bunch of anime girls. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Oh. I bet she turns out to have some sort of tragic illness. Let's see. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. Wow, Table's a dick. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha! Ha! I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, oh, that's me saying this. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. He's such a dick. Or she, I don't know. Table, they. Table's a they now. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Okay, that's what we're gonna go with that voice. That's mean, Table. That is mean. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Huh. What a dick. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you didn't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. I'd say he's pretty mean. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their way on their daily commute. I know, I read that wrong. I'm terrible at reading out loud, by the way. So this is gonna go really poorly. I don't know why, it doesn't always work. Okay. By the way, Table, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. He is the worst. Or she, or they, or whatever the fuck Table is. Table is the worst friend. I mean, he calls her a friend, but he's clearly not. Okay, anyway. I'm just so surprised at how obvious this is that he does not give a shit. Usually it'll at least be like, oh, that's my old friend. Yeah, we're friends. This is very extreme end of that trope. Anyway. Sayori likes to worry a little bit too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. That's respectable. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. That's also fair. Your happiness is really important to me, you know.
And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right?
I don't trust her.
Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? She doesn't sound carefree at all. She sounds like she cares a little bit too much. That's not carefree, that's... Anyway, I'm getting a little bit too into this, but I just hate this guy already. Table is the worst. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. It's true, I am surprised. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Does this guy have depression or something? After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Yeah, he has depression. Okay. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello? Sayori?
Oh, no, what? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know.
Know what?
Well, you could come to my club.
Sayori.
Yeah?
There is no way I am going to your club.
Meanie.
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure that she only did it because she thought that it would be fun to start up a new club. When she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the... What? Oh. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. Oh, okay. So I guess somebody else proposed it, and then she said, yeah, I like that too. And became the Vice President. Okay, that's fair. Same thing happened in his TOEFL boyfriend with the student council. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please.
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well...
Oh, she likes him.
I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Oh, so that's the motivation. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really... God, I suck at this. Anyway, I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning to have planned all this out. She's that cunning. I bet it. Alright, anyway. I'm gonna stop commenting on every single one of these. It's kind of silly. It's gonna take forever. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go!
And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third Third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open classroom door.
Everyone, a new member is here.
I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1. Hello, Girl 1.
Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere!
She's just gonna be a screechier version of Sayori.
Ah, Table, what a nice surprise!
Oh, I'm not gonna remember these voices.
Welcome to the club.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls! Ah! Table's so happy.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it!
Sorry.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Yeah, we know that.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yori, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
Yori, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
Oh, that's Monica?
That's right. It's great to see you again, Table.
That's gonna be her voice. Just that creepy-ass, sad voice. Not sad, but you know what I mean. What was that? Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down, Table. We made room for you at the table. So you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them.
That's gonna be her voice. I just keep forgetting how it sounds, so I just keep screeching more and more.
Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. That's not gonna get old for me. Like the worst sense of humor. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Oh, I think we have our first choice. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna make a choice here. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow!
Natsuki lifts the... Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and the little pieces of chocolate are used to make ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Well, you know. Just hurry, take one.
Sayori grabs the first, then Monica. I follow.
It's delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Have I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said.
Well, maybe. But not for you, dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yori returns to the table, taking a tea set. Carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting the teapot down next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole set in this classroom? A whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry. Teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yori's just trying to impress you. That's not it.
Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that,
you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yori faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
She's terrifying. I hate her. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed to be really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Ah, well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica is a really good leader.
Yori also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it!
I can't believe I'm gonna be doing that stupid voice this entire game. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I want to keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Table, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I quietly muttered to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Oh, I was getting excited that I was gonna get to use her voice again.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yori's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yori?
Well, let's see.
Yori traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yori goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yori might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yori. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror!
Oh, why's that?
Well,
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind!
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Yeah, don't say that out loud! Give me that back!
Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. That's creepy.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Oh, not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Don't you have writing experience too, Yori? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example. And maybe help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Question mark. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Dot dot dot.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Table?
Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
Huh? What's that?
Now we're back to the original topic of me joining the club. I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But... I'm sorry, I thought...
Table.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
And that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting, so we can all share.
Monika looks at me once more.
Table, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hee hee hee.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class after the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. It'd be perfect. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Table, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. I hate her. Will I finally be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Oh, well, I'd really be happy spending every day in school after a whatever. You know what it means. You could read it. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Well, that's why it's a dating game. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Oh. I was gonna stop it here, but I guess we're writing a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with the one who likes your poem the most. Uh-oh. Okay. Let me see if I could save here and come back to it. Yeah. I think I'm going to let Effie come up with my poem. Or if nobody cares, I'm just going to go after the pink-haired girl because I have the stupidest voice for her. But otherwise, Effie could come up with the club stuff. The poem. Anyway, that's the first chapter of Doki Doki Literature Club. Aren't you so excited? I was a lot more excited before I realized I would have to be reading all this. My jaw is killing me. Alright, anyway, goodbye. Have fun. See you soon. Whatever. I don't know. Bye.